Hi, hello, good morning. Welcome to today's session. So, in the previous session, we were discussing about slave trade, abolition of slavery. So, slavery it was one of the important problem faced by the people from Africa, even from Europe as well as from other parts of the world. This trade it was mainly beginned or commenced from 17th century, where Europeans successfully established their colonialism or colonial power. So these slave trade it was mainly carried from Caribbean, Martinique, Guadeloupe and San Domingo. These are the important reasons are the places who supplies slaves and forced these slaves to work in plantations, then mines and other hazardous places. And these slave trade it was mainly carried in triangular link between Europe, Africa and America. So these slaves are mainly forced to go through the voyages, and they are tied tightly and they are made to live and stay in ships, and finally they are made to work in various places. So this slave trade it was questioned or argued by National Assembly in France, arguing or questioning about the rights of individuals. But it was not able to introduce or implement such laws which can assure the abolition of slavery with the fear or with the worry of taxes which are mainly paid by merchants, traders and businessmen. Here the tax paid by these people was one of the main source of administration, and finally with the long term debates, fights and movements launched by people as well as National Assembly in France. So in the year 1848, slavery or slave trade it was mainly abolished from France. After discussing about this, let us go for discussing one more concept or one more topic from this chapter, that is rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. So before this we discussed that the rivalry of patriotism, national unity among the common people. Common people started to express their feelings through art, artistic form and others. Napoleon Bonaparte was one of the such eminent leader who crowned in the year 1804. He himself declared as an emperor of France by defeating the neighboring emperors, kings, rulers, and even he opposed, defeated various dynasties, and finally he became successful in establishing his own dominance or ruling in France. So the different regions, provinces where he was successfully able to establish his dominance, so there he made his family members or his beloveds to take care or to provide all the means of administrative setup administrative services to the people. Then he himself went with focusing, highlighting that he is the person, one who is ruling France to make France as modern nation. He believed that he is modernizer of Europe. So because of that, he went with gaining faith, support from the people by his means of established administrative subjects, services and facilities. So some of the important things which he made successfully introduced in France, they includes he gave provision for protecting private property, protection of private property, and he introduced uniform system of weights and measures by providing decimal system. So before that there was barter system. So there was no any uniform exchange of commodities among the people. So this made him to introduce the acceptable means of exchanging the commodities and goods through uniform weights and measurements with providing decimal system. And he was thought that he was liberator, one who would bring freedom for all the individuals, people from France, where people were struggled or people were denied in thinking about their position and their situation in the existing France society. So he liberated all those problems or situations where people struggled. And finally, in the year 1815, Napoleon Bonaparte was defeated and killed in the Battle of Waterloo. So, Waterloo Battle or Battle of Waterloo, it became one of the event where Napoleon Bonaparte was not successfully made all the efforts to establish his dominance completely in the France. So let us conclude the topic and let us begin the other part from the chapter in tomorrow's session. So take care of yourself, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you.